Let's bring you back here to Nairobi and take you to a briefing by UASU, that is the university's academic staff union. This all in relation to various court orders and also the striking lecturers. Let's listen in to what's being said.
Wasibabaike. Lakini wafanyikazi wahadhiri ambao wako kwenye mgomo huo unaendelea. Wale ambao watasitisha mgomo huo ni wasimamizi wa wafanyikazi katika vyuo hivyo. Wale ambao waliitisha mgomo ndio watasitisha mgomo. Kwa sababu tunapoketi hapa hivi hamna chochote serikali kuu imeleta kama mapendekezo mbadala. Hamna chochote IPUCCF imeleta kama pendekezo mbadala. Pendekezo ambazo ziko kwenye meza ni zile zetu. Lakini kama kutakuwa na majadiliano ya kina, lazima tuwe na mapendekezo badala. Bila mapendekezo mbadala hamna chochote kama majadiliano yanaweza kafanyika kwenye meza. Ndio sababu tunaambia wanafunzi, ndio tunajua mwaumia, lakini mgomo ambao uliitishwa na wafanyikazi lazima utaendelea, kwa sababu hatuna pendekezo yoyote ambayo imeletwa na serikali wala wasimamizi wa vyuo vikuu. Isitoshe, wafanyikazi wasikue na wasiwasi ya kwamba labda tajiri alienda kotini akasema nini. Hamna yeyote ambaye ameenda kotini akapata ile order ya kusitisha mgomo wa wafanyikazi, hasa wafanyikazi chini ya muungano wa KUSU. Hamna. Chuo kikuu kimoja ambacho kilijaribu kufanya hivyo ni chuo kikuu cha Nairobi, na kilipopata kwamba wamekubaliwa wafanyikazi katika chuo hicho warudi kazini, tumeenda kwenye mahakama tena na tumekata kauli ya kwamba tutafanya hiyo apili yenye tumepata. Ndio sababu mgomo lazima uendelee katika chuo kikuu cha Nairobi kama vyuo vikuu vile vingine 31. Ndio sababu tunaambia wanachama wetu, msibabaike, msibanduke, msiyumbishwe na wala msiyumbe. Mgomo waendelea hadi mpaka wakati ule wafanyikazi hao watakuwa wamepokea mapendekezo mbadala kwenye meza ya majadiliano, na wakuu wao hapa waweze kujadiliana na serikali na wasimamizi wa vyuo vikuu, wasikizane, waweke sahihi kwenye mkataba. Wakati huo ndio hawa wasimamizi watafanya nini? Watasitisha mgomo huo. Iweje wale ambao wamefanya mgomo huu uwe kila mara kwa mara wanatembea wanaenda kudanganya serikali wakiendelea kule maofisini? Ni wasimamizi wa vyuo vikuu, wachukuliwa hatua. Kwa nini wanadanganya? Kwa nini wanadanganya umma ya kwamba majadiliano yanaendelea? Hamna majadiliano ambayo yanaendelea na hayawezi yakaendelea. Ndio sababu tunasema mgomo unaendelea. Sisi hatuna lingine. Wakitupa mapendekezo mbadala, tusikizane nao kwenye meza, tuweke sahihi, tutasitisha mgomo. Bila hiyo, wenzangu, mgomo unaendelea na ngoma itarindimwa kisawa. Tunaambia wanachama wetu, rindimeni ngoma vizuri. Rindimeni ngoma vizuri. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll invite a few questions here and there, clarification here and there. Tell us who you are, where you are. Yes, sister.
My name is Brenda. From KBC. Just two quick questions. One, you've already seen your colleagues today are calling off the strike as a sign of showing that they're abiding by the court ruling that was given on Friday. Then two, the cabinet secretary for Labour, that is Queen Atari, said that he's organized for a second meeting and that probably there might be a counter proposal by the 12th of April. And have you been notified about that meeting that the cabinet secretary has called for and has already appointed a conciliation?
Any other? One or two, then we lump them together. Yes.
From the extend it has also affected the health facilities and the facility. Maybe what is your take? Are you maybe concerned maybe to some extent the patients at Kenyatta National Hospital?
Not that. Any other? Yes.
My name is Carol from KTN. We just see CS Amina speak this morning, urging him to go back to work. And it's not the first time she's saying this, and you also have your stand. So it's more by cat and mouse, no chase. So do you think you have goodwill from the government side to give you a counter over all of this?
We'll answer those ones first.
Thank you very much. I want to say that I speak for the University Academic Staff Union, not KUDEA. KUDEA members have their leadership. It is their democratic right to decide what they want. Two, I want to say that lecturers are on strike. And when lecturers are on strike, our members who teach in medical schools are also in strike, or on strike. And the registrars cannot perform their duties if they don't have lecturers supervising them. If the government cares about the patients, it is upon the government to conclude our CBA. And our members in medical schools will go back to supervise the registrars. I want to say that there's no goodwill from the government. Each and every time they come up with excuses. We want to do audit. There are 2 payrolls in universities. Vice chancellors have refused to declare what they collect as SSP money. Oh, UASU took SRC to court. Excuses and excuses. And the last one now is the court order. I want to say, as a union, we put a lot of premium on this CBA. And our mantra is that it shall be negotiated, signed, registered, implemented, and banked in our members' accounts. Thank you very much.
When we met CS Education, she asked us specifically what we thought should be prioritized. Our response was that 2017-2021 CBA should be prioritized. And we did indicate to her that in the event that the government finds it financially burdensome to give the cost of the CBA for the 4-year cycle, we could give them a breather by allowing them to pay first year and arrears. That means that we advised them that we would be willing to be paid first year and arrears, so that the rest of the money remaining would be factored in the financial years up to 2021. That was an acid test for the government. We also indicated to CS Education that the government has got innate capacity to order Treasury to release the funds. And there was nobody to explain to us why Treasury has been reluctant to release the funds. When we consulted Treasury, Treasury indicated they have set the funds aside, but they have not been given authority to disburse the funds to the universities. That explains beyond reasonable doubt that the government does not have goodwill. And we suspect that the government wants to carry out certain changes in the universities, but it's buying time and using students and using workers as excuses. We are ready 24 hours, even today, and because we have got experience in negotiating, we can negotiate this CPA within 1 hour.
Yes.
Given opportunity, we are ready, we can negotiate it within 1 hour and sign it and register it and have it implemented if the government was ready. But the government is not ready. Charles.
Yes. I want to add that the meeting alluded to the CS Ukuri Atani, the CS Labour. We have only read it through the press. We do not have any formal communication or notification about such a meeting. But like we have always said, whatever it is, even if we are called right now, whether it's in air, whether it is underwater, whatever, we are more than ready to sit and talk. But there must be meaningful talks, not just exercises in futility. So if the Ministry of Labour thinks that it can break this particular stalemate through discussion, formal discussion, we are ready, we are here. But not informing the public through the press that there is such a meeting. We do not have any communication to that effect.
So are you saying that as much as the CS told you that there is a counter proposal that will be ready by the 12th of April, you're not actually, you don't have any information about that?
We do not have it. We don't have that information.
Let me explain something. We appeared, UASU appeared before a conciliator last week. And we were taken aback. The people who came to represent IPCCF in that conciliation table. IPPCF sent the advocate. This advocate purported that she was the secretary, she was the chair lady,
Legal officer.
she was the legal officer with no counter offer. And she's an employee at Tuke University. How can UASU negotiate with an employee from Tuke University? Is that conciliation?
It's not.
We want to say, we want sincerity in this matter. And as a union, we've said, we are not going to attend a meeting where an employee wants to represent the employer. If they want to send their advocate, we can as well send our advocate. I think advocates can verse cases in court. This one employee, she's an employee, she's the secretary, advocate, chair, and you expect me, an employer, you expect me to go to that meeting.
It is also important to note, remind you that 3 days ago, the Minister of Labour and State Department of Education shocked us by calling us to avail our proposals. The new officers in Jogo House confirmed that since they took up the reins of power in Jogo House, they have never set eyes on our proposal. But to avoid doubts in the matter, we did forward our proposals to Amina, Ambassador Amina, and to Labour. They also advised us that in order to facilitate the process faster, because they were being paradoxical, we should forward another proposal to Treasury. We did that. You can see where the problem lies. We are innocent, but ready with solutions. They are guilty, but completely doubtful, inept, irrelevant, unpatriotic, inconsequential. What else do you want us to say? We'll invite, if you don't have questions. Yes, oh yes.
Now, on Friday, you will file an appeal against the court order that required you to go back to work today. And now you're insisting that you are still on strike, yet the court has not ruled on your appeal. What if it rules that you go back to work?
We are not insisting we are on strike. We are actually on strike. Yes. Once you have appealed, once you have appealed to a higher court, you wait for the decision of that higher court. Exactly. That is what we are doing, and we know the law. That is what we are doing. Yes.
What if the court of appeal rules as you speak right now?
Supreme Court is there. We'll go to Supreme Court.
We'll move.
Yeah.
You also don't speculate rulings.
We don't speculate.
You don't speculate.
You can even go to an international court.
If you don't have any questions, I would request that we sing Solidarity song.
That's a question.
Oh, please.
Mr. Final one,
Yes.
I'm interested to know
the strike we have got strategies. We have got strategies that we execute from time to time depending on circumstances. Demonstrations are another when we want to reach the high authorities. Like I can assure you that the next 2 weeks, if this matter will not have been sorted out this week, you will see a different species of demonstrations. This time demonstrations could go elsewhere. That is just one of them. We are also involved in a number of serious meetings with the same people. On Thursday, we are appearing before National Assembly, all stakeholders, and we understand we are appearing there to get solutions to sort out the mess in the universities. We hope after those consultations, the number of demonstrations will have reduced and we shall have gotten a solution to this problem.
Members of Fourth Estate, ask the vice chancellors, ask the government, why is the government not taking action against the perpetrators of this crisis in the universities? Why is nobody asking why the universities are permanently on strike? There must be a problem, and it cannot be that we are the problem. There must be the cause of the problem somewhere, and the government is sitting on its laurel. These are their agencies. Why can't they get to the bottom of this matter once and for all? Vice chancellors are not telling the public the truth. The chairmen of councils are not telling the public the truth. The government must take action against these two authorities because they are the cause of this problem. It cannot be business as usual. But if they want street battles, they want paralysis in our universities, we are more than ready. We are more than ready.
So Solidarity, Mrs. Mama, just put your hand like this. Your right hand. Go on. Yes.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever for the youth.